Alright guys, good morning. Boom, 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 as Ricky says. How we doing? Who is in the house today? Brad, what's going on? Good morning, man. Hope you're doing well. What are we seeing today? Let's take a look at the market. Before we do that, just a few announcements here. Added a few things to the scanner. So now we not only have the top scanner here every morning, so we get to see the stock, the biggest percent gainers moving up and down. We also have the after hours watch list, so we're able to see the top gainers and decliners. Punch those in and you'll see it work beautifully. And we have unusual volume. Scanner right here, unusual volume, so you guys can see stocks that are experiencing just weird types of volume. JB, what is going on? Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm trying to put something together there. You know, a little waiting room for you guys. Thanks for sharing that. Let's get into the day. How is everything looking out there in the stock land? We're seeing a little bit of a bounce with the SPY, but oh my goodness. Whew. It's a little scary out there, isn't it? Scary world we're living in. So stock futures were higher this morning after a Monday sell-off. So we had a big sell-off on Monday. The Dow and S&P 500 is off to their worst December since, guess when? This is before I was even thought of. 1980. And just slightly above what would be their worst December since, guess when? 1931. Oh my goodness, that makes me feel old. So, guys, this could be the worst month since 1931. Back when, back when the horses were carrying us around. Kayvon, what's going on, man? Good to see you this morning. Also, this might be something that is going to bring in a lack of volume. The Federal Reserve kicks off a two-day policy meeting today. Investors are anxiously anticipating the central bank's interest rate decision and policy statement tomorrow afternoon. So the markets are expecting a rate hike tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. The Fed is going to speak on that tomorrow. But let's go ahead and start looking at what's going on today. What's moving on up? What stocks are gapping up, gapping down? Are there any opportunities for us today? And this pre-market analysis is brought to you by Gatorade. So, let's take a look at it all. If you see on the bear scan watch list, guys, look at this. On the bear scan watch list, we have stocks such as RIOT, CDE, AXON. These are all stocks that kind of are, overextended, and that's why this watch list works really well, because all these stocks that are listed here are overbought. So the days beforehand, if you start punching some of those in, you're going to see that these are good stocks to keep on your short watch list as well. Let's take a look at RCII. RCII is one on unusual volume. So this is a new scanner we brought in today, RCII, with the unusual volume. This stock is also on the top scanner. It's gapping down about 16%. This one is shortable with TD Ameritrade. Interesting enough, it's ETB, which means easy to borrow, with Thinkorswim. And this one is gapping down quite a bit. Now, why is it gapping down? This company is Rent-A-Center. They terminated their buyout deal, with another company, with Vintage Capital. So that's the reason this one is having a little sell-off here. There's definitely opportunity. There's good volume in on this one. On the long side today, yeah, ETB at CMAG, Kayvon. On the long side today, it's going to be a little interesting. Just put it that way. I would be shorting most everything, honestly. With the market and how it's been doing, we're nearly the worst month since 1930s. Goodness gracious. There's a few stocks on the long side we're going to take a look at because I know most of you, might not have shorts for some. AETI is shortable with TD Ameritrade. It's easy to borrow. Let's go ahead and talk about AETI then. AETI is one of our leading gappers as well this morning. That one closed about 85 cents, sitting at $1.21 right now. Why is this one up? So AETI announced the signing of a definitive share exchange agreement with another company, Stabilis Energy, to create a leading North American small-scale LNG production and distribution platform. So I don't know exactly what that means, but it's a definitive share exchange agreement with another company. What really matters is, let's take a look at the past chart history on this, see if there's going to be any opportunities. It is holding its gains kind of well right now, but is it going to be a good trade along or short? Let's take a look. AETI. So I already have some levels of resistance marked off on this. As you can see, all these upper shadows, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6, all along, this area I have marked off right here, which is sitting right at about 180. And we had a pre-market high of about 135 right now. But not only that level of resistance, we got this one here at 165, and then look at this floor down here, right there. Let me change that up real quick. Yeah, this floor, or resistance, because it's sitting below this right now. There's basically, what I want you to understand is there's a many levels of resistance. It's going to be very, very difficult to break through, and I highly doubt it's going to on a day like today. And if it does, it's going to get heavily shorted and be retracing its move, as we can see with all the upper shadows. Now, so AETI, I would most likely avoid. Honestly, this is one of those stocks that, I don't know, it's holding its gains okay in pre-market. There might be an opportunity or two on it, but I think that you stay away from this one, especially buying into momentum. Do not buy into momentum on AETI. That would be a very scary place to be with all that overhead resistance. Next, let's take a look at UXIN. So UXIN, what's going on here? UXIN, this one is trying to get a move here in pre-market as well. It's hit a high of 923, and guess what this stock's been doing? Last 7 out of 8 trading days has been green. It had one trading day where there was a pullback. But beside that, it's been moving on up. It's interesting because the public float on UXIN is 69 million. And this thing in the last week has gone from 281 to 890. That is ridiculous. Very much ridiculous. So let's take a look at UXIN. Let's look at the pattern we got going on here. UXIN, this one is trying to bounce off this trend line I created here. Also, if you take a look, let's dig a little deeper into this, we have some support. If it does pull back, it's in about right at that $8 mark where we've tapped that. This day here it was resistance, these days it was resistance, this day resistance, this day support. So around that $8 area, that's going to be kind of right off this trend line that I've drawn on the bottom and right off this support line that we've marked off on the top. So that would be a level of support if it comes down to that. What's interesting about UXIN is it's holding its gains fairly well. I was very surprised yesterday, especially when it had a morning spike and then it had no sell-off. It's just holding its gains. It had all that buying volume, and then the shorts seem to be kind of avoiding this one. So keep an eye on UXIN, because if nothing else is really moving today, people are going to go to what's been working, right? So if the top gainers other than UXIN are not working out, ATI, RIOT, BIOC, AC, some of these other gainers, if nothing is really working, then buyers are going to go to what's been working, which in this case is UXIN. So we'll keep that on watch today. Mark these down. If you can, write them all down, put them in your watch list. And the ones we have gone over so far would be RCII. That one is more of a short. We've gone over UXIN and AETI. So what is left? What am I looking at? It's not a lot. On the long side, I'll be honest, I'm not very interested in most of these stocks. As in I'm not comfortable with really any of it, especially with the market conditions. I might be sitting on my hands today. We'll see how that's going to go. I know some of you have been asking, when am I going to fund an account? And I'm thinking about it right at the start of the year. So I'm thinking about right at the start of the year I'm going to fund the account. Of course, that's not up to me. It's up to my wife. But I think she'll be fine with that, You guys who know that, who are married, you know what I'm talking about. Honey, I'm withdrawing $5,000 put in my account. ASNS, yeah, let's go over that one because that one did break the trend. I had a stop on it under the 13 EMA, so I did get taken out on ASNS. Take a look at this one here. Yeah, I've been riding off the trend pretty well. I've been selling into the pops, up around $4 resistance. I had a few shares left. I teach you guys this, always have a few shares in case it does end up breaking resistance. So it's kind of like the ABCD pattern, if you've ever heard of that. ABCD as in, we have a spike, we have a pullback. We form that first initial support area, the low. And then as it forms this next high or low, that's when you want to enter it. So with ASNS, let me give you a visual example here. So you see I entered this position down right around 318, right around these areas here. So you want to get it near the trend line and then sell as it's pushing up. Sell into that resistance, and then you can even add as it's coming back down, but always make sure you're selling into resistance, taking profits off the table. You don't want to just have that one single entry, one single exit where you're depending on it to break out, and then you're holding all your shares for that, because you can make a lot of money on the way as long as you're scaling in and out of it. So that's what I did. I took a 10-cent loss from my entry here. I had 300 shares at 353. Sold yesterday as it cracked for 343. But that's just a crack off the trend line, guys. I don't think ASNS is necessarily done yet. We could form another high or low. So where's our low? Let's get rid of this trend line now. What we want to see is this stock stay. It might start forming a channel. You know what I mean by that? So we form that line there, and then $4 is going to be tough resistance we got to break through. And let me zoom out of this for you guys. So you see that? This could be kind of like the new pattern that's developing, kind of more like the bull flag. So we could form a higher low, above $3. If it starts retracing a little bit more of its move today, we'll see how that's going to go. I don't necessarily think it's over yet. Sometimes they do break that initial trend if it's getting a little too steep or overbought in the RSI or such, and then it'll come back down a little bit. So we'll keep it on watch still. ASNS I do not think is completely done yet. We'll keep that one on high alert. What else is gapping up? We got MRIN. We haven't talked about MRIN yet. Let's pull that chart up here. MRIN. This one is having a gap up as well this morning. But there was no coincidence that this one got stopped up at 450. See this? It had that marked perfect, guys. So, yeah, the original flag with the trend line that I had drawn, yeah, it cracked underneath that. It's sitting right around the 13 EMA. So it could be forming a new pattern right now. We'll definitely keep it on watch. See what it's going to do in the next few days here. MRIN 450. This trend line was drawn perfect, guys, and this is what you got to do every time there's a stock that pops up on the scanners. Always draw your trend lines. That's what matters, because they don't stop up at these levels for randomly. Let's look at it. So we had it marked off right here, these upper shadows at 450. 450 were the upper shadows back in the day. Also, that's a $1/2, resistance. And also we had this level down here marked off as well, MRIN, where it hit once, twice with that lower shadow, 3, 4, like tons of times, guys. It's not rocket science. Just mark off your levels of support and resistance. This one's kind of sitting right between those levels right now. At 380, you see all these little candlesticks that came and hit 380, and then 450 as well. So it's not rocket science there. Easy to borrow on TOS. Oh shoot, dude. Yeah, it is. Very interesting. We got MRIN, easy to borrow. We got AETI, easy to borrow. And we got RCII, easy to borrow. Well, shoot, this might be a good day. On TOS, we'll see. So let's take a look at that. Yeah, might end up shorting Think or Swim today. We'll see which one gets a pop. We want to definitely be shorting. If we can short into a pop, that was what will be best. Get these as high as we can. AETI, if we could get this one up around pre-market highs, it'd be ideal if this one spikes out of the gate, hits that 135 area, because AETI has so much overhead resistance. 150, 160, 175, just a lot. Then MRIN as well has tough resistance. MRIN is 200-day moving averages at 491, and then of course $5 is one of the toughest levels of resistance. It's $5. $1 is the toughest because $1, in order to comply with the NASDAQ, you have to remain over $1, or companies start doing like the reverse splits. And we can actually see that on a lot of these stocks where these companies are doing that. The reverse stock splits. If you just look at the past chart history, you'll be able to see that. But AETI, this one, yeah, it does. This one is kind of a pump and dump type of stock. If we look at the past chart history on it, I'll show you guys that real quick. AETI, you see all these upper shadows. We already went over this too. Lots and lots of upper shadows. You always want to look at the past chart history because this lets us know, is it able to hold its gains? Does it hold up when it spikes? No, it doesn't. it never has. So what's going to make this time special, especially with the market conditions? So if we could get this one as high as we can on AETI, the thing is, I do suspect there could be a little volume pop coming in out of the gate on AETI. Just because there's not a ton of volume right now. I can suspect, like right at the open, some volume pushing in on this. It's probably going to be my game plan on AETI. If this one gets up to about 135, 140, I'm going to be taking a short with probably like a 150 stop. 150, if it breaks through 150, I'll be stopping there. Don't think that's going to happen, but always got to have the plan. Always respect the plan. You guys will be good to go. Do you guys like the video I came out with last night? I was struggling as to if I was going to actually post it or not, because I thought I was going to get a bunch of dislikes on it, but there's not one dislike on it. So that's pretty funny. Yeah, I hope you guys got a kick out of that. I'm telling you, there's scams left and right, guys. You gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. I honestly think that's the reason that I wasn't expecting to do the whole YouTube thing, but I think it's the reason that people are attracted to what I'm doing is because they know I'm honest. I'm not the best trader, but at least I'm honest. I don't understand why that's such like a foreign concept to be an honest person, especially in the world that we're in. But yeah, that's probably going to be my top watch. But MRIN, that one's shortable as well. We'll just UXIN. We got to keep that one on watch, guys. UXIN. I would say continue to keep ASNS. We'll see what that one's going to do the rest of the week. Keep those on your watch list, as well as AETI. We'll look for that one to see if it's going to test pre-market highs. MRIN, that one's shortable as well. We'll see what that one's going to do. It's sitting at 426 right now. It's got this random volume pop in on it. But the bears are going to be out today, boys. Bears are going to be out today. A lot of them, too. So you can either bring your hunting rifle or you can become a bear. But also, another announcement for you guys. So if you guys go to the YouTube channel and, my video the first video you see on the channel is going to be the 30 for 30 deal with these scanners. That's still running, just probably for a few more weeks. We're going to be running the 30 for 30. Kind of like the Christmas deal and New Year's deal for you guys. Strictly designed to benefit you. Because I'm not making money off of the 30 for 30. He's not either with the data cost. And so this is strictly designed for you guys. Please take advantage of it. Just if you go watch that video and sign up for it, and you'll be good to go. These scanners are unreal, guys. The capabilities here are unbelievable. The ISW is going to take off. But do you guys have any questions at all? We got about 7 minutes, 7-8 minutes until the market is open. Also keep on watch, BIOC, this one is trying to break that dollar mark as well. Got really tough resistance there too. JB, yep, BIOC, that one, let's take a look at it. Yeah, they entered into a partnership to apply artificial intelligence in order to help pharmaceutical and life science companies optimize commercialization of biomarker targeted therapies in oncology. So they did come out with a catalyst on it. What definitely makes me fearful of BIOC is just the chart. I mean, this is just pre-market. It's got some activity here, gapping up quite a bit, 67 cents to about $1. But if we look at the past chart history, I mean, we got this thing is coming straight down. I mean, this is like a slip and slide right here. That's what makes me nervous on that. I'm really curious about volume today. I'll be honest there. I'm interested to see how the volume is going to be. Just because of the Fed speaking tomorrow, the President of China spoke as well, I think, last night about their economy and, not wanting to. I don't know exactly what Z said last night. Let's take a look. Yeah, he stuck to a relatively defiant tone in response to calls for changes to the economy. So he's standing up for China, throughout this trade war. We got a Fed hike coming tomorrow. We got the market nearly doing as bad as it did 100 years ago. So this is an interesting time here. We'll see how volume is today. But keep in mind, guys, you don't have to trade. My mentor always tells me that cash is a position. That is a position as well. You don't have to be in a stock just for being in it. I'm preaching to myself with that too. Allow the opportunities to come to us. We don't have to try to find every opportunity out there. Just sit, wait patiently, allow them to come to us, and then we'll take them as they come. We will take them as they come. Okay, so before we log off here, let's go over the game plan. Make sure you guys are good to go, and then we will, switch everything out and get ready to start trading. A couple stocks to keep our eyes on, keep on the watch list. Definitely UXIN and ASNS. We'll definitely keep those on our watch list today. See how volume's going to be on the both of those. What else are we looking at? Keep on watch RCII. That one is shortable at TD Ameritrade. I know some of you have that. But that one does have a good amount of volume. There's going to be opportunities to make money there. I'm looking at AETI. This one is coming up to its pre-market highs right now. It is shortable with TD as well. So I'll be looking for a short on this, most likely as it comes up to those pre-market highs. Short for short. Good morning. How are you doing? So AET, I'm probably going to short this as high as it'll go. If it breaks 135 up to 140, 50, I'm going to be shorting around those areas. My stop's going to be, if it goes through 150 on a very, very strong note. There's a lot of overhead resistance there, so I don't, think it's going to be able to sustain itself. MRIN, this one is approaching pre-market highs as well, 450. We'll keep that one on watch. A lot of resistance, up there as well. And this one is shortable with TD as well. Here's a pump to keep on watch that might. Brandon, what's going on? I've been waiting for you, man. I'm sitting here wondering, where's Brandon? ACHV, this one could get a pump. I know I didn't talk about this one at pre-market at all. Keep it on watch. I could see a chat room pump this one. It did come out with news this morning. ACHV is a known pump. So, it's gapping up very slightly. They did have a catalyst. So just keep that one, on watch. Yeah, let's have a good day, Brand. Everyone like this video. Appreciate it, man. I was telling the guys earlier, the video I came out with last night, I thought that was going to get a lot of dislikes. It doesn't even have one dislike. Like, okay, I guess people know what's up. People know what's up. Alright, we got about a minute left, guys. If there's no questions at all, we're going to switch everything up and stay safe today. Cash is a position. You don't have to trade. And then if you do trade, don't overtrade. Don't revenge trade, if you lose. So, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Talk to you soon.